Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Golgothan, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program Kethane. In the last video we talked about sending a space station up around the moon that was like a refueling station that was kind of just like a docking area. So that's what I have built here. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 docking ports on this thing. And you see how I have it as this kind of odd asparagus staging. Got from outside to in, from outside to in down here. And then our final piece will be this thing here, which is currently sideways. This will actually be tipped up and horizontal-ish once we get up into space. And you see I've got a communications dish, which is obviously just for show, and a Kethane scanner. So let's put this thing up into space. So there's going to be a lot of fast forwarding in this video. All of the launches and transfers are all fast forwarded, and then I just just come back into I just bring it back to normal speed to explain each part and what I'm doing. Alright, now we got part number 1 in space. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That thing was full of fuel. Oh well. Control from here. There we go. Let's look at his view. Kind of see down. Alright. Alright, now you might remember this. This is our tug design from before. This is what we used when we tried to dock with our crashed miner on the moon. Or our stranded miner. This is going to be our construction vehicle. So I thought today was going to be the perfect day to release this video because it is the 15th anniversary of the International Space Station, which I will talk about during some of these fast-forwarded parts. Alright. And that's our tug in orbit now. With this extra fuel tank on it that I probably will not even need. So now, let's do our next piece of equipment. Alright, now this here is my orbital storage array, as I call it. It's got, you can see it's this middle guy here is the actual final stage. We'll start here at the bottom. Got the docking port on the bottom. Got a big RCS tank. Got a big battery. Orange tank. A large oxygen tank. A probe core. And an SAS on top. Some RCS thrusters on either end of it, split 4 ways, and then it's just launched basically inside this shell of other tanks, asparagus staged. So the first module to be launched was the Zarya control module by the Russians via the Russian Proton rocket in 1998 on November 20th. Alright, we have our third piece. Actually, I should be able to do that and that. There we go. Transfer all this fuel over and then get rid of this little tank. Alright. check and RCS away. So let's shift ourselves up a smidge. There we go. I just want to make sure we don't collide. Alright. Excellent. One more piece. Alright, now here we have the orbital solar array. This is going to have our big solar panels on it. Boom, 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 boom. We'll dock this guy onto the... Got the docking port at the bottom here, and then it'll stick off like a big antenna with big solar panels on it. Got a small RCS tank there for the little thrusters. That's mainly just for the docking process. That's pretty much it. It's not asparagus staging. This one is just these big ones on the outside and this little one in the middle. And the little one in the middle does not go off until these guys get kicked off. So these outside guys, I think actually will have enough to pretty much get us into orbit. But after that, this guy most certainly will get us where we need to be. Let's take it up there. So to build the International Space Station, they did it the same way that we're doing ours, in that they sent up different parts and different flights. It actually took them 40 different flights to get all the parts finally up to the space station, where ours it's only going to take us about 5 flights. There we go. Now we have our solar array ready for pickup, basically. So, let us start rendezvousing. Alright, so to the tug. Tug is going to be the thing that's building everything together. Alright. So the first thing we are going to rendezvous with is going to be the station core. Set that as the target. Alright. So first thing we need to do is we need to adjust our angle. There, we're at a 2-degree difference. Alright, and I watch our apoapsis. See, it's kind of popping out over there. Drag that down. We actually want to bring ourselves down just a smidge. I want to bring ourselves down, there we go, to about 90. Make sure our angle's good. Okay, almost. .4. Oh. There we go. 0.0 at 95. So that's decent enough. So let's find our node. There it is, there's our node. Alright, get it on there. Alright. Add our alarm. Time warp. Okay. It's only going to take a couple seconds to do this burn. how did our angle turn out? 0.0 at 95. Alright. So now I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to put the brakes on a little bit. And bring our AP down to 95 as well. Oops. There we go. 95. 95. Alright. So that's just going to be retrograde shortly here. I think it's right on around the other side of the planet, because it usually takes about 15 minutes to orbit the Kerbin. There we go. Alright. There we go. Now this is going to take like quarter of a second to do this burn. Well, I'm going to do it slowly, so it'll probably take about 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds on low burn. Beautiful. beautiful. So now, we just need to do some time warpage until we can get our connection closer. Tug Mark 1, closest approach. So it's going to take about 3 hours to get a close approach. See, I'm just on the wrong side of the planet. So here's the tug, and there's the station core. But we're catching up. We're chasing it down. Oh, this is taking a long time. I wish that I could time warp much faster. You know what I could do? We got the alarm set, so I can go to our our moon scanner. For the first 2 years the International Space Station was in space, it was unmanned. And then Expedition 1 arrived on November 2nd in the year 2000, and has been continuously occupied for 13 straight years. It's the longest continuous human presence in space, and the only permanent weightless laboratory. It is amazing that we can have that now. We live in the future. Alright, so there it is. There is the space station core. So we want to move towards it. There we go. Time warp ourselves towards it. Time warp. Alright. Oh. Well, there we go. So according to this, we should meet up at about a kilometer away from each other. So we get around to the other side over here. As you can see, rendezvousing is way more complicated than they made it look in the movie Gravity. But, I mean, it was still a good movie, but you can see it's not just move towards the object and go. Alright, let's do some fuel transfer action. Okay. Why is there no fuel missing from these? They must have just all been taken from these guys. That's cool. Alright. Wow. Something just does not seem right about these numbers. Says that we are moving at 700, almost 800 meters per second, faster than our target. I don't understand these numbers. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after a lot of issues and problems, I am back and ready to rendezvous with this station core. Get our relative speed set. Alright. Are these tanks still full? Yes, they are. Alright, so let's do some time warp action here. Get closer to the core. I think time warp is the key to proper rendezvousing because it allows you to keep your slow speeds and still move faster relatively. Alright. So because I've got so much fuel left, I'm gonna dock at the top. Alright, so I'm gonna set whoops. Stop. I'm using RCS to try to stop me by holding N. Oh man, the thrust just isn't enough. I'm gonna burn up all my monopropellant. It's just gonna be more worth it just to flip around. I flip around anyway, so. Alright. I think what I love the most about the International Space Station is that it brings us together as a planet in a collective goal of exploring the stars. It's something that we can set aside our differences and be like, yes, let's go to space and figure out space. going to dock on the side of this. That. Slow this beast down a bit. Alright. Get myself properly aligned. Something like that. Like that. Okay. So let's let the drifting happen. I'm gonna go to the chase camera. Get on like that. There we go. Okay. Slow this beast down. Might just be easier just to dock right on the bottom here. Okay. So we need to get this, that, like that. There we go. We just drift over. Okay. Let's turn on the docking camera. Oops, let's... Ooh, bumped it. That's not good. There. That. Okay. So let's back up a little bit here. That's the target, so we need to move this way. A smidge that way. Okay. Turn that off. No, 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 no. This way. Okay. Watch the docking camera now. Oh no. We're off just a little bit. Actually, I think we can just turn ourselves here. Okay. Back up. And now for these maneuvers, I use just the orbital thing, or the nav ball, for the entire docking procedure, because if I were to try it, I mean, I use this a little bit just to make sure I'm lined up a little bit, but this is where majority of my work is done. Okay. that from overshooting. Alright. There it is. Forward. There we go. There we go. Yeah, okay. Awesome. So we've got it docked, now let's take it to the moon. I hope that sometime during my lifetime we can celebrate the 15-year anniversary of the International Space Station orbiting Mars. Wouldn't that be amazing if we just had another space station where scientists could do experiments in space around another planet before we go to the surface? After a long journey, we finally have our space station core in orbit. Let's undock. There we go. Now, Bill, you just sit here for a minute while I go grab the rest of your stuff. Back up a little bit. Now, I'm going to send this lower engine in here on a landing trajectory. So let's just gotta burn a little bit this way. Oh no, did I crash into our thing? Oh, I hope I didn't send that too far. Cool. Bill is feeling woozy after that one. 85, 91. Okay, it's a little off, but it's not that bad. Alright, let's get the tug lined up here now. At least I don't think I broke anything, so that's good. Okay. So I just gotta bring the PE down to ground. Just like that. Point myself prograde. There we go. And decouple. Farewell. Get myself back into a legitimate orbit here. That's fine enough. Alright, let's take this big guy back to Kerbin. There's a really excellent video celebrating the 15th anniversary of the International Space Station. I'll put a link to it in the description. Check it out, it's amazing. Butterflies in weightless space. Alright, so next thing I'm going to rendezvous with is going to be the orbital storage array. During construction of the International Space Station, a total of 174 spacewalks, totaling almost 1,100 hours, equivalent of 46 days of spacewalks to build and maintain the complex. That is amazing. That is fantastic to think of how long, like how much time was spent by people just walking or floating around in space, really. And the International Space Station is almost 1,000,000 pounds and the size of a football field, and is only second to the moon as the brightest object in the night sky. Okay, here we are. We're coming up, and we're gonna dock with our storage array here. So we get ever so closer. Just a little bit closer, just creeping in. You can kind of see it on the camera. So we push ourselves ever closer. Bring it in there. Come on, just slide it gently. Carefully. Careful. Easy. Easy. Come on. Come on. Just a little bit. Just a little bit more. Come on. Just a little off. Just a little off center. Oh yeah, come on. Closer view. Oh, just there. Oh, come on, baby. Magnets. 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 Yes, there we go. Magnets. And success! Ha 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 ha. Now, just set up our rendezvous and take this some beast to the moon. More than 69 countries have put research on the orbiting laboratory. That is amazing. Again, international space station. I emphasize that so much, how we can just set aside our differences, any problems that we may have with each other, and just do science. Alright, now we have our orbital storage array in place. Let's transfer a bunch of this fuel. I wish I could just go from vessel to vessel and have it equally distributed instead of having to individually go tank to tank, but oh well. It's amazing to believe that over these past 15 years there have been over 300, I believe, different people to the space station, visitors and scientists and the like. Over 100 different experiments performed to understand how humans, plants, animals all are affected by weightlessness, how fluid works in space. I love it. More than 60 countries participating in these experiments, sending up parts to little experiments to do. It's so fascinating to me. Just absolutely fascinating. Alright. Solar array. Oh, no! No, 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 no. That is not good things. Alright, well this is officially space debris now. So I guess I'm going to end the episode here. I will relaunch one of these, and we'll start the next episode with me tugging it over, and then we will build our station and put it back together. If you enjoyed this video, please click like down below. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see other videos like it. I am Golgothan, and I will see you next time.